Hey everybody, and welcome to my world. I am back in some of my old stomping grounds. So right behind me here is Isla Academy, and right in front of me here we're in the heart of Playa Laguna actually, and I'm here to do a second interview with a family who, listen, they haven't been here very long. They have made leaps and bounds, and they've actually bought some property, and they're going to be building. So I am going to meet up with them in front of their property to share a little bit where they are in the process. But I thought, wouldn't it be fun if I showed you a little bit of Playa Laguna, right? So that was one of the comments in one of my last videos. Natalie, show us all the things, show us around. So it's actually a long weekend here in the Dominican. Tomorrow is Labor Day, so people are, you can hear it from in the distance. There's a little bit of music, so very interesting. I'm gonna flip down just to show you. So this is the path right here that we actually used to take to go back to our first condo when we lived here, and that takes you to Balloon Creek condos. Right here in front of us, we'll walk by a little bit closer, our Playa Laguna condos. And right here, this is the Playa Laguna, Laguna Beach Hotel and condos. So available for rentals. And here they have cleared the forest area. And Adele's been having fun with an after-school program called Forest Friends. And this place here actually, can't see it, the walls are too high. But when we first arrived, actually was like kind of skeleton-ish. So very cool to see it all come together. So if you're ready, I'm gonna take you down the street and around the corner, and we're gonna go visit that land now. Let's go. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to my world with Nat, Relocation Concierge. I hope you are doing well today. You are, I think, my second peoples that are doing like a follow-up with me, so I'm really excited about that. Please welcome back Darryl and Jen.
Hey guys.
Hey.
So we are not in the middle of a field. We are in a very great location today because you guys bought land.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Part the sea, the land. Here we are. So we are actually in the area of Playa Laguna. You would have gotten a little bit of taste of that before when I walked my way up here. And so congratulations on the land.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I did already ask you this question, so I'll ask you to give me the abbreviated version now. But, originally, as I followed your journey since you've arrived, you had thought about buying, you had put an offer down a house, and that sort of flopped.
Yeah.
There was a little bit, a flag went up,
Yeah.
and you guys said, I'm listening to my gut, and we're not going to do this. So you decided not to look for another property and go with land, with buildings.
Yeah.
And why build? Because there's so many properties here, that there
Yeah,
are.
there's tons of properties, but with building, we could just design it ourselves and it'd be ours. And one of the things that we talked about coming down here was we want to build a new life, right? Like a life that, like in Canada, things were, I wouldn't say they were hard, but they weren't. It was go, 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 go.
Yes.
And here we want to just come down.
Yeah.
Obviously we're gonna have to work. Obviously we're gonna have to do
Yeah.
things, right?
But don't you feel like the go, go, go is different though?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally different. And so that was we're coming to a new country, and we just felt it was right to build after that house
I think
fell
too
through.
though, like when you have a house and somebody else has designed it, it might not work with your lifestyle, right?
Yes.
Or what somebody else's version of great entertaining doesn't mean it's our version of great entertaining, right? So with being able to design our own house, we can have it set that works the best for us.
Absolutely. So since you've arrived, you've joined a team,
Yep.
right? Which team is it again?
Dreaming DR.
Dreaming DR, that's right. So make sure we'll put the link into the description so everybody can go check that out. And you guys feature properties all over the North Coast.
Yes, Puerto Plata, Cabarete, East Cabarete, Sosua.
And how's that Puerto Plata working out for you that there's a bridge that's out now?
Well, it's interesting. I got a client coming down next month at the end of the month, and I'm like, oh, I hope the bridge is, because he wants to go see the condo.
I don't want to burst rain on your parade, and I'm not calling the rain. That bridge ain't going anywhere.
No, I know.
Anytime
I know.
soon,
Yeah.
So.
But I spoke to a friend today, a local who's a friend, and he told me that there's taxis on either side, so you probably could go and park and hop in a cab and walk across the bridge and hop in a cab. But so Dreaming DR really services all of the North Coast, so that's fantastic. So if you're looking for property or a new build, maybe that's a place that you can go look. And what has it been? Why Playa? So we are in Playa Laguna. Why Playa Laguna? Because as you said earlier, I mean, there's other projects that are going up that you were interested in originally.
Yeah.
For us, what was really important is our son's independence, like he had back home. He used to walk to school and walk home. And we know that he's going to go to Isla, which is like Darryl said in an earlier video, that you literally throw the ball and you can catch the school from here.
School.
So that was really important in keeping our child's independence high. Also, we're super close to the beach, which we liked. We're not on the beach, but super close. So that's great, a great aspect there. Another thing we really love is we're kind of located between Sosua and Cabarete.
Yeah.
So we could just go either way.
Yes.
It's about the same either way.
Yes.
And so it's literally maybe like a hop, a skip, and a jump, and you're at the main highway. So that was another big seller for us.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what we liked about this location, because it wasn't far from things. So that's something to consider when you are deciding to make a move like this, And what I said earlier was, the formula for me, for clients, is know what you want, know what you need, and know what your budget is. And then figure out, do I need more or less in any of those three? And maybe a new build is something that you will consider. But first, come down and try it out.
Absolutely.
You got to see if the shoe fits, because
absolutely.
you revealed that you had never been here before. And I don't know if I asked you this in the first video, but why DR? Is it because you had a connection here, or you just like literally put 2 feet and jumped and hope for the best?
There was a few people I was talking to for DR, Mexico.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Costa Rica?
Costa Rica, yeah.
So there was like 3 people I was talking to, asking questions, and just some of the ease here of owning land, the ease of
getting in the country.
Getting in the country. I don't have to border hop every 6 months to stay, right? Because here you could say you just pay an exit tax when you leave, right?
Yes.
And so that's what the plan is. We're going to stay here, live here for like 2 years, and then after that we'll head home. If we're going to do residency, and then just start our residency papers, and then come back down and just do that. Right?
And I'm glad that you brought that up, because that is one of the top questions I get from potential clients is, do I need to do residency? Is this? And I say no, because I mean, unless it's something you really, really want to do from the get-go, yes, you have to do that once you leave, before you leave Canada. So right now in our cases, we'd have to go back and get that process going. So you can do residency. It's not a priority here.
No.
Right. And so for people who are looking to maybe, we left not because of anything that was going on in the world. We left because we wanted adventure. It wasn't a priority to get residency. And there's no right fit for everybody. I think that's part of the messaging today is, you are showing us that, the buying didn't work out. Well, we moved to plan B and we're going to build. What are some of the things that people should know about building, or what are maybe things that surprised you that you needed to know?
So I kind of learned a lot through working with Dreaming DR, because they're actually doing builds and their developments and their projects. So they have a few projects on the go. So I actually got to learn a lot of that before we even decided. But one thing that was brought to my attention the other day is everybody loves a flat roof, right?
Okay.
Well, not everybody, but a lot of people love flat roofs. There's a lot of flat roofs here. When you're building a flat roof, always build the walls just a couple inches higher.
Yep.
And then give your flat roof slight slope, so the water's not sitting on the roof all the time. You'll get a proper drain, because there's potential, like you're supposed to seal it every 5 years.
Yeah.
But if you miss a seal, or it's worn out early or something, and you got water sitting on it, well, where's that water going to go?
It's going down.
It's going down through your ceiling.
I know, because I've experienced it in other properties we've lived in.
So that was one of the things, right?
Yeah.
And then another thing I learned through the builder that's going to build our house is he does a lip on all his windows.
Nice.
So water won't seep through and run down and ruin your walls.
Nice.
Right?
Details.
Details like that, small little details like that.
Just like if you place trees in a certain place, you can have a hammock.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? That's Jen's design. If you see that in the renderings, Jen wanted
So part of
that.
the amazing part about having a custom home is you can literally figure out where you're going to put everything. And so I was like, I want a hammock. Hey, if we just put the trees just a certain distance, put it right by the pool, we can set up a hammock down the road when we actually move in. Or like hang some lights, like if we have the trees a certain distance, that works with the cords we already have.
Yeah.
Just like simple customization things that'll make all the difference when we actually go in.
And you told me you're breaking ground
This week.
This
coming
week.
week, yes. So I'll be here.
I want to say I'm very impressed, because I feel like there's projects that are still waiting to break ground that I know of that are nowhere near. So
I think I don't know in those cases, because I don't know those cases, but I think a lot of it comes down to, like, there's not, like, when you're building a house in Canada, you got a lot of red tape, and you got to make sure all these codes are met, and all this is met, and all this is met, and
the tape's a different color here.
Yeah, the tape's a different color here, and sometimes just making sure all the paperwork for the land is what holds
Can be a
things
process,
up.
yeah.
Right? If like, I know one case where there was 3 people that were on the title, and one person passed away, and it's taking months to get it resolved.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, I think there's one I know of one like that as well, where the people on the title just don't want to give in to the other. Like it's a bit nightmarish. Yeah, absolutely. So what are some of the things that you've already shared? Like you're going to be close to school, you're going to be close to the beach. What are some of the highlights that are going to be in this new home you're building?
So we're building it. It's going to be a 4-bedroom.
Okay.
2 bedrooms attached to the main house. And then 2-bedroom guest house.
Nice.
And the reason why we want to do it like that instead of having everything attached together, it's that when family or friends come over, stay down, they have their own little place.
Yeah.
You know, they want to go.
That's nice, and you can do that here.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about walking out in the snow.
No, right? Exactly, right?
No.
And so we just thought it would be really good to do that, right? Where, you know, and like Jen's parents were hoping that they come down for a couple months, 3 months a year.
Enjoy the nice weather. Absolutely.
Enjoy the nice weather. They're both retired. When my parents retire, well, my dad's retired, but mom isn't. But when everyone's retired,
time is right. They'll be able to come down.
Yeah, right.
So you've been here a few months, short months.
Yeah. Three and a bit.
3 and a month. So I really applaud you for this project, because we've been here over a year and I wouldn't even dare to do this. And I think that's what's part of it. So what's good, it works for me, doesn't work for you, and vice versa. And that's an important thing to remember. So in the 3 months now you've been in the DR, anything surprised you yet, or you've been happy about?
I would say, what would you say about surprise? Like my driving, everybody talks about driving. And I don't mind driving here.
Yes.
You know what drives me is what do you call it? The stray dogs or that, because sometimes they're chasing your car and they're like right beside you. Sometimes they run out in front of you. Like the other day we were going through Sasua and all of a sudden dog bolting, we slammed on the brakes, right? And
well, you can't be in a rush anywhere.
No.
There's no rush.
Yeah.
You can't rush here.
Yeah.
And I think where the comment that's been made in other videos with other people is everybody seems to be at the same pace, and nobody's upset. Like back home in Montreal, like there would be some crazy road rage if you cut somebody or went around. And now I sort of just take it with, you want to go by, sure, go by. It's all good. Doggy, the little doggy, you need to get by, sure, go ahead. You know.
Yeah. It's just getting used to, because like. Honestly, we were driving through the mountains the first 2 weeks we were here. We rented a car and we got caught getting back late.
That's more than I've done in those mountains.
and it was at nighttime.
That's
and
the thing.
I'll never, I'll
yeah.
never drive through the mountains at night again.
No.
I unfortunately was coming around a bend and a dog ran out and I hit the dog, and I couldn't even stop to see if it was okay because the roads are too windy and up and down. It's dark. I could have put us in danger if I stopped, and it just tore my heart apart. She didn't sleep at all that night.
I didn't sleep well. It's a very dark.
And are you driving here?
I haven't. Wow. Okay. So, do you see what Darryl drives? We're kind
of an SUV.
A 7-seater is quite large. We're looking for something a little bit smaller for me.
Okay.
To tow it around in. But I mean, I have driven a couple of times, not too far. But that thing is definitely just...
It's a bit of a beast.
It's a bit of a beast. And we're just... So anybody, any leads on a vehicle, please let me know.
I had an H3 parked beside me the other day, and I was looking at the different... This thing's massive. Like the H3. And I know the H3 isn't H2 or H1, but it's still an SUV.
But who needs an H3 here?
Yeah.
Seriously, though.
And
no.
Well, if you're going to Boca.
Okay, maybe. But still, I mean, sometimes you think, why would you have such a, I say nice vehicle, but such a kind of prestigious vehicle, because things here just get bumped and bruised.
I think like there's so many things that are so old here though.
Yes.
Like the only things you see pristine seem to be the Forerunners. A lot of Forerunners, right? Everything else is like super old.
Yeah. And any like maybe last bits of wisdom. People are watching, they're like, I want to build, I want to relocate. Know this. You have barrels coming.
Yes, we have barrels coming.
What are barrels? I don't have a good word, but wisdom, barrel wisdom.
Barrel wisdom.
Barrel wisdom.
So we packed 10 barrels before we left. We packed 54 boxes before we left.
We do not need all that, just so you know.
So we ended up shipping 13 barrels and a few boxes.
Okay.
Left everything else back home.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through that and figure out what we actually need from that. But I guarantee you, in those first 10 barrels, there's stuff coming that we absolutely do not need.
And that's where I come in to make sure that you pack the things that you need to come down. But shameless plug. But it is true that I think that we think we need a lot of stuff, and if people really go back and think about, why am I doing this? You said it in the beginning. It's a simplicity. We want to slow down. Less stuff, less, more simplicity, actually. Our daughter brought 10 stuffed babies. That was what I told her she could bring. She brought her crystals. She brought like her favorite marker. Like there was very specific things she brought. Her tech, obviously. But I have like 2 or 3 boxes back home of her stuff that I know now that I don't even need. She doesn't need it. Besides the babies, I can't get rid of the babies because those are like her thing. Yeah. But in terms of like games and things like that, like I know once we get our boxes out, we're just gonna donate. So.
And I think we're gonna end up doing a lot of that too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you'll make some.
I already said that, right? If we don't need it, somebody else.
Somebody else will, and somebody here definitely will benefit from it. So.
Yeah. So I'm sure whatever we have in those barrels.
Yeah.
We're not just going to be storing it somewhere in our house.
No, please don't. No. But if you need storage, let me know because I have somebody for you. Okay, so if you are choosing to relocate, and if this is short or long term, because let's face it, relocation does not have to be a permanent thing. It may be something that you want to do short term. You want to try it out, see if it works for you and your family. Let's get in touch. Click on the link below, the Calendly link, and let's have a conversation, see where you are, where you want to be, and what does that look like, and see if we're a good fit. We can work together. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I can't wait to come and videotape this and put it together to show people what building here in the DR looks like. Whatever you choose to do today, have an incredible day, and I'll see you in the next episode of Welcome to My World with Nat.